Okay, so hello everyone. So I thought I'd show you one of the trades that I got shown on one of the multiple courses that I've been on in my time whilst learning to trade. So I'm calling it the out of range trade. Okay, so what this basically is for the trade is you sell the FTSE 100 when it's plus 10 points above R3, resistance 3, or you buy the FTSE 100 when it's minus 10 points below support 3, S3. Your target is R2 or S2. So this typical scenario happens when the market is out of range of its supports and resistances. It's gonna, and then it will be brought back into range, especially before the 8 a.m. stock market opens. What I mean by that is your typical scenario would be a Sunday evening, for example, and a global market event might take place, country elections, an economic disaster, unfortunately, or something like an oil rally. What will happen is you'll see a spike in the market before it opens at 8 a.m. Now, the London Stock Exchange cannot and will not allow the FTSE 100 to be outside of its supports and resistances. If that happens, they will influence the market and push it back into range so that the stocks and shares will operate accordingly during trading hours. So it's quite an easy trade to do. What you can do is set up an alert on your smartphone or tablet for your R3 or S3 for it to be, let's say for example, plus 10 points above. Once you get that alert, you're ready to make the trade. Good example of this was last Monday, Sunday. If you look on IG here now, you can see what I mean. So, if you look here, as we know, the FTSE opens again at 11 p.m. on the 11th of December. So what happened? We had the OPEC deal finally took place Sunday, and we had a 5% spike of oil on the Brent. And what happened was it pushed the FTSE 100 well above its R3. So the R3 for Monday, the 12th, was 7,000. You can see here on this candlestick, I'm on the 30-minute chart. We actually hit 7067 we hit. So when would you make your trade? So there's been a spike. When do you make your trade? Well, rule of thumb for me is a 30-minute bar acceptance. So you can see here, so your alert's gone off, you're over the R3, you want to sell, you want to make your sell. When do you do it? Rule of thumb, wait for 30-minute bar acceptance to see that it starts to fall down. Okay, so it starts to see, we start to see red. Now in this case, I actually went short. You can see when I did it from my trading on Twitter. So it's quite a simple one to do. You go outside of the your supports and resistances. You set an alert on your phone for R3. Let's say for example 7010. You set an alert. Your alert's going to kick off straight away. Just gone 11 o'clock. Boom! It rocketed up. Now you've got to wait for it. You've got to wait for it to fall. So in this case, wait for another 30 minutes. So at 11:30, market starts to calm down, but you can still see that you're outside of R3. Okay, for example, you're 7028. Okay, R3 7,000. So here is when I would make my trade. Okay, so 30-minute bar acceptance, go short overnight. Now your spread's going to be plus and minus 5, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's going to come back into line, and as I said, London Stock Exchange will push this below R3. Your target is the R2 range, 69.81 in this case. So you're looking for 20 points, and this is 20 easy points. Now, unfortunately, the time that this event took place was 11 o'clock. You're not going to sleep, but if you set your trade to close 20 points, go to sleep, forget about it. In this particular case, if you have a look what happened throughout the day, 8 o'clock, market opened below R2, and it continued to fall. So an idea would be to probably take half profit, set your phone to set your trade to close half profits when you hit R2, and leave the other half running all the way down. Okay, it's a very easy trade to do. Doesn't take much thought in it, but it's something just to keep in the back of your head whenever there's an economic event taking place, especially over the weekend. Okay, presidential elections. Okay, an oil rally, for example. And unfortunately, an economic disaster. Something like that. Keep in mind, keep an eye on it. Set your phone for R3, S3, and it's an easy trade to make. So I hope that was useful, and just something to think about.